Hello everybody, my name is Zonator. Now, 2 months ago, on October 22nd, 2016, I made a experimental world testing out a few different indevs in preparation for Minecraft Legacy, which will be coming out the new year. So, this was kind of like the pre-Legacy world. So, there is quite a bit to show you, so this might end up being a long video, but this is a world tour of a world I made almost exactly 2 months ago. So this is the spawn house. This is where I spawned in. But I never bothered living here. I actually lived down this gravel path. The wall on both sides, the glass and the cobble wall, came quite a bit later, and I have all the backups to prove it. So, there weren't doors, but as you can see, I'm in beta 1.4, so I have updated quite a bit. So, this is my main house. However, though, chests are, for the most part, empty because I moved all the stuff a few hundred blocks away. So, yeah, so I lived in here for quite a while, but now I've moved. So, as you can see, old world, since all the trees are broken and stuff, and I'm sorry for the lag. So, good old paintings, little creeper face in the roof, if y'all haven't noticed yet. So, that's about it for here. So, as you can see, triple chests, because they are fully functional. So, moving on. I added the fence when I hit Alpha 1.017. He's moving on. Down these paths, I made a little tree sanctuary, so these trees are never to be chopped down or burned down or whatever. And over to the right, the lag will hopefully clear up eventually. I made a tower to the original height limit of 64, because that's what the square indev height limit is. And then a deep world type is 128, no, 256. A long world type is 128. Oh my gosh, the lag is killing me. Now, I actually added the stairs literally minutes before recording. It was the last thing I've done on this world, and I probably won't work on this world ever again, because it was a 2 month challenge slash, oh my gosh, experiment. If I could climb these stairs, that would be great. So, this world was only for testing how updating through the different versions are, and the only problem is, inventory gets wiped going from indev to infdev. But other than that, it's all good. So, that block, 64, so current sea level, and it was the old height limit, so you were able to see everything. All this wasn't here when I first made the world. I'll actually get to that later on. So, as you can see the new chunks way out there. You can get a good look of the wall surrounding the island on which I live on. I'm going to go back down. So, as I've previously stated, I've made quite a few backups of this world. And the lag's probably going to drive me crazy. Here's a cactus farm, because cactus was kind of difficult to obtain. This is a dirt pillar of some sorts. I was going to make a minecart track up there and have it like go out, but I never bothered doing anything with it. So now it's just there. Now down here is to my main mines, and this is currently the only way out of here, and I never bothered making a proper way out, so I just added ladders. So down here, come across a cave this way. So there used to be water like up to this level, so all this was flooded, but it went away because water changed so much between indev and infdev, and that actually used to be lava. So the bottom of the world actually moved up 2 or 3 blocks of what it used to be. So now the water evaporated and it covered all the lava. So back up, depending on how laggy this video is, it's partly the reason why I haven't recorded anything new in a while. I haven't quite figured it out though, because it runs fine, just not when recording, but I've been dealing with the problem for a while now. So this is a new video in a long time. Oopsies. That's why I've only been posting older videos that I pre-recorded from like months ago. So next place would be an actual area. So as you can see, most of the walls are made out of cobble, and since this is in dev, you may be wondering, where am I getting all this cobble? Simple. Way down here in the slime mine, because it's a slime line. When I updated, it's like, this is perfect spawning grounds for slimes. Now there aren't really any right now. I'm on peaceful right now for this video purposes. Oopsies. So I dug all of this out by hand, and there were a few little cave systems and whatnot. There's like, this used to be a little lake, but I buried it. So I dug all this out by hand. It's really nothing special, but this is where I obtained all my cobblestone. So that is actually level 14, I think. And then this, because in an old version of 0.31, ores dropped 1 to 3 ingot, or in this case diamonds, or coal. So ores were abundant. So that's why I built a little shrine out of valuables. Over here, I was testing some redstone stuff, because why not? I figured, hey, I haven't done much with redstone on here, so doesn't quite do much, but if one thing, except for one of these, this is, if either of them are on, doesn't matter. So this is the only thing that does not require both of them on, but if you flick one of these, thank you, then it will go off. So it would need to be either both of those off or one of these off for it to not have an output. So just a little test and whatnot. Click that again, since that has no real value. It's just because why not? Then over here, how did this break? This is a farm. I never really had the time to replant all of it because I moved out before, when there were only a few little seeds here. So I don't know how it broke though, since maybe something spawned in here and it's not here anymore. Anyway, so little farm made out of wool because wool is abundant from sheep. Then this is supposed to be kind of like a mob trap. Back when the AI was not the brightest of old mobs, and they would jump off cliffs for no real reason, so stuff would get trapped down there. So once they were all brought in the little pen, I was able to easily kill them and get whatever remains they had. So not much there. There's only a few more places to show off here. Now this cobble stairs is because right when I updated alpha and obtained stairs, I built this because why not? So I've got most of the newer stuff, or once I updated, I obtained items from that version and brought them all back here. And I did that for a while until I moved out. Sorry, I'm tired. Moved out the good distance away. Now this is Fort Gravel. So one video I watched by, can't remember who, but it was 10 uses for gravel, and one of them is build a wall out of gravel. Now I'm not going to demonstrate, but say I'm running, and then say a creeper blows up right here, what's going to happen? There's going to be a hole in the wall, but it's gravel, so the gravel's going to fall, and it's going to fix that hole in the wall. So, of course it is limited uses, and it's not the greatest in the world. It's not foolproof, but it works for the most part. I'd say at least one explosion. Now, lucky for me, I haven't actually had to test it yet, so it's still good. So this is the main hallway. You can see the lava in here, used for lighting, except it's a bit high up, so it's kind of dark in here. I was hoping it would be brighter. This because I had an abundance of dirt and I had no idea what to do with it, so I made these little dirt mounds in here and put all torches on it. Then up here, a little like extra area and whatnot that just goes around. So up the stairs is another little area, and I'll get to the roof soon enough. Well, one thing I like about this is you can see the lava here, but you get kind of these curved glass areas. So for viewing of the down below, even though you can't really see that well, but I just like this. I like the way it's designed and whatnot. Kind of like rib cages in a way. So moving on, we're gonna see the roof, which is made out of dirt, because as I've said, I have had an abundance of dirt. So like almost everything I made out of was dirt. So as you can see, all of this is dirt and glass. All of it, all the brown stuff, because I had so much dirt from just digging out the outline of this, making it all level down below before putting the planks on it. So I have all that dirt, and I figured, hey, I'm gonna put it back into the system, and I made it the roof. So down here, it's basically a tunnel that outlines the edge. Really not much to it, it goes all the way around. But down here, this is the top of the gravel wall, but this is where you can actually like see out and whatnot. And because this ended up not being perfectly even, so I just made this side glass, because it would have driven me crazy if it wasn't symmetrical. And that's one way to get into the main outer wall. Then I believe that's it for my in-depth chunks, so I'm gonna take a short hike all the way over to my newer living places. Now I won't say current because I'm probably not gonna touch this world for a long time, but I have saved all the backups I created, which is good 10 or so, and a few of the .mc levels for use of indev. So y'all can see the original indev chunks. And yeah, I believe that's all in this area. Oh yeah, and on the other side of the forest is kind of like a small lake in glass. We'll see it coming back, but since it is nighttime and it is quite dark in this version, I'm gonna go to sleep and it will be day, and the piggies are in my minecarts. So I'm just gonna take a quick nap, and in the morning I'm gonna go out and kick the piggies out of my minecarts. Hey, no, not that minecart. Any minecart except that one. This one I actually need. Now this is not very effective, but it kind of works. Hold on. It works in theory, and it gets me to where I need to go for the purpose. Oh yeah, I cleared out every rose and dandelion in the indev chunks, and I put them all on the little island and called it a little flower sanctuary. There used to be trees, but the shade caused the flowers to break at night, so unfortunately I just removed the trees, and now it's just dandelions and roses. 3 roses and a dandelion. There's not really. I actually think there's more dandelions than roses. Anyways, all the way up here. So you can see a little dirt shack, because like I said, a lot of my buildings are made out of dirt from how much I have, and a nether portal. So that nether portal is kind of just sitting there, because in Alpha 1.2.2, pressing F4 spawns a lit nether portal. So I use that for decent travel, but it's both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing when you know how to use it right, but it's a curse when you tend to get lost. So I'm gonna go through this portal. So I'm here in the nether. I didn't do anything in nether. I only got some glowstone dust. I haven't done anything with it yet. And now I'm back here. So now, as you can see, I'm a good few hundred blocks away from spawn. So we might as well start with work our way from this side to that side. So first things first, cobble tower, and this is a type of mine shaft that I went all the way up to the height limit and all the way down the bedrock. So as you can see, it was way down there, and I did hit 2 or 3 cave systems in there. Nothing really too fancy. Then way up there is the height limit. So if I ever were to update, this would be prepared so I can just add on. Other than that, there's nothing up there. Then this can go up these stairs. There are iron doors, so this is kind of like a guard room in a way. So it's like, alright, you can come in. So just for protection, for whatnot, even though this is only a single player, so it's kind of pointless. So because it is kind of pointless, I added a help so I could do pressure plate and lever, just for convenience sake. So I added all these stairs, and this is, as you can see, a giant overhang, and I built a wall around it. So it's only under here. So all of this used to be connected to the outside, added stairs and whatnot. So over here, we can start with the left, this is a little farm with a skylight, and animals kept trampling my crops. So I figured, it's fine, I'll just leave it as it is. So I haven't really fixed that farm in a while. Now most of these stairs are broken because stairs have been broken in Alpha and Infdev. No, there were no stairs in Infdev, so just Alpha. And they're still kind of broken in Beta. So this is a little room. I was going to have this be my main bedroom, but I actually never bothered making a main bedroom until later. So door to the outside, so you can get outside, some fresh air. Which also kind of defeats the purpose of having the iron doors. Especially since they're right next to the mine. There's nothing really over there, so this is the grand staircase. And then we're going up there next. Just kidding, second next. This is a little... I was gonna have this be like a storage room, but I was like, nah, I'm good, so I just added a skylight and kept it open. Maybe for future use. I have a staircase that goes down the bedrock, so that's my strip mine, even though I didn't really use it that much. This is a quintupled chest, so as you can see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 chests. And I open the middle, and it should, in theory, have 15 layers, but because of my GUI scaling, it only shows 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, so it's actually missing 3 layers, and you can only see the top row of my inventory. But in theory, it would work. It's just, don't quite have the proper screen for it. And I'm not using my normal TV, I actually moved out to the living room because it's a nicer TV out here than in the back room. So, I got the living room for a day, or 2. So, up these ladders, because this has not been fixed yet, are some empty rooms that I never bothered doing anything with. I just left them as is. I was gonna fill in the walls with cobble, but as you can see, I never bothered. just that block, because I made a hole. Over here is glass, so you can like look down and look out. So there are 3 layers, so 6 rooms. So this is 2, 4, and 6. So not really much out here, but you do get a good view of the staircase from right here. The staircase in the farm, and that's about it. Dark wall. Flag's kind of clearing up. It's not as bad. So then up here is a wool pathway or walkway, whatever you want to call it. So this used to be floating. Because I built this, it's no longer floating. It goes all the way up to the deluxe suite. But from this corner, you're actually able to get a good view of the landscape. And if the clouds weren't there, you could get a good view of the landscape from here as well. So above the clouds, I like this place. And because Block Crafter 5 complained about me building out of brick, I built more things out of brick. I don't care if the economy will collapse. So, valuables chest. Now, these saplings, they were on the ground, even though leaf decay or leaves decayed on their own in Alpha 1.1. So that was a while ago. So those saplings were on the ground for a while, for literal weeks, and they never despawned, so I was surprised. This is my personal nether portal, even though you actually end up in the one down there, where I first appeared all the way back from spawn. So I'm surprised how 2 nether portals across the same gap over 800 blocks. Well, technically there are actually a bunch of nether portals that lead up to the one down there. So I was actually quite surprised. I was hoping the one at spawn would end up there, so it was just quick travel, but it's fine. And I've shown everything out here, so one final thing I'm gonna show you, and I am actually proud of it, because it doesn't sound as bad as my note block songs that I made on geek servers. So these actually sound decent. So let me go up here. So this, simple note blocks. So it sounds kinda decent, so I'm gonna stop talking so you guys can hear. And that's about it. So it's not the greatest. This is my first actual attempt at a decent note block song. So I don't know what to call it yet. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe I'll come up with a name later. So yeah. When I updated from Alpha 1.2.2 to Beta 1.4 and Scroll 1, I figured, you know, I'm gonna mess around with note blocks, and that's what I did. So maybe if I actually feel like it, I would make this a actual like 2.5 minute long song. And it's actually turning nighttime, so if y'all don't mind, I'm gonna go up to bed one last time. Now the video is technically over, so if you don't want to hear a bunch more information about the world, then I guess thanks for watching. But I'm gonna keep talking because there's theoretically one more thing to show you, which I finished up or started today. No, just kidding. There are actually 2 things, but they're not really, well, there are large scale, but there's not really much to them. They are quite simple. One of them you've probably, or both of them you've already seen so far. So I'm asleep. I'm gonna go back down. Okay, for a split second I was concerned that I actually did not unmute my mic. So I'm gonna go all the way down here. I should have added a way up from there, but I was like, nah, I'm good. So I just closed it all off, made that wool tunnel. So over here and up top, this is a minecart track that goes all the way to spawn. Since that portal over there somewhere only goes back to that portal and not back at spawn, which would have been nice, but confusing. So there is no proper way to go back to spawn, so this goes all the way to right next to the mossy cobble house. Hold on. So minecart boosters, it is tested, it does work all the way. Push those other back. Ooh. Just a second, I thought I fell off. I was concerned. But another thing that I've created that took me most of the cobble from both the strip mine and the vertical mine shaft, I've created the Great Wall of Zella. Creative name, right? So, way over there, that's one end, and it goes over the tops of the highest mountains, all the way around, comes down through here, and ends up right over there. So, this took me probably more cobble than that, more cobble than any other build on this. Oh, that was dangerous. Any other build on this world. But I'm proud of it, and I'm kind of sad to see that I actually never did anything with it. So it will just remain as a wall of who knows what, of unusefulness. So it's just gonna sit here. So I believe that is all for this video. I'm actually show you now. It is 2 minutes, so if you guys made it this far, there's really not much left to watch other than just seeing me go back to spawn. So I'm going to explain my whole theory on this world and Minecraft Legacy for those who are interested, for those who stuck around till the end. So going back. So the whole point of this world, I actually didn't plan on it being exactly 2 months, but the whole point of this world was to prepare myself so I'm ready when I do Minecraft Legacy, because seeing how no one has responded concerning alpha and indev versions, I figured, okay, I'm just gonna do it. New year, new series. Boom. So I went through 2 0.3 one of them, the first one, where tools have infinite durability, and where ores drop 1 to 3 ores, or ingots and diamonds and whatnot. And the second one, where more survival aspects have been implemented, and tool durability and whatnot. And then the final indev, which is actually the indev version I started Minecraft Nostalgia on, which is the first version of Minecraft that included furnaces, because before that you just lit a fire on the ground and chucked your ores in. So this whole world was to prepare myself and see like what I'm going to do when I reach these versions, and the sheep better not, don't you dare. No, get off the tracks. I swear, if an animal messes this up, I'm gonna be mad. But I'm gonna hope they don't. So, on the spawn. So this world was just a test, or who knows why. It's actually the name of this world. Well, I've kept bouncing back and forth between who knows and again, because this is technically the third world I've created, where I started in old version and worked my way up. The first world, May 2014, I started in Alpha 1.2.0, and I ended up 33,000 blocks on the negative X and 33,000 blocks on the negative Z. So, quite a large world. The second world I started in old versions was Minecraft Nostalgia. Since then, exactly pretty much 2 months ago, I made this world in 0.31. So I believe that's about it for now. So it's gonna go all the way around. So I am proud of this world. I feel like I got a lot done in 2 months. So I don't know how many other worlds. There are probably only a few where I've gotten this amount of things accomplished in 2 months. So it is a relatively short time. And maybe in the far future I'll do like a 2-hour video and see how much I can get done on there. And cow? No! Cows, no! That's fine. So, I'm ending this video right where I started. Where it all began 2 months ago. So, in fact, the spawn point's not actually here. The spawn point's over there because for some reason I tried moving the spawn point in here twice in InfDev, and once it ended up in the dirt roof glass thing over there, the Fort Gravel, and the other time it ended up way over there. After that, I never bothered fixing it. So, if you stuck around to the end of the video, I give you props. So, that is it for now. Thank you all for watching. Bye!